Welcome back, boys. Today we have one from Hey, it's Talia. Modern dating is a mess.
Dating in this generation?
This generation is so broken, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you care too much, you push them away. But if you care too little, then you'll lose them. If you text back too quick, you're seen as desperate. And if a guy treats a girl right, he's seen as a simp. I don't understand what's happening in this generation.
It's awful, for lack of a better word. I'm sure y'all can leave me some good adjectives down below. But everybody wants to be loved, whether it's romantic or platonic. But in 2025, finding a significant other and experiencing true love seems as likely as me going to the moon, to be honest with you. That's how I feel. I grew up watching my parents, high school sweethearts, stick it out and love each other through the good and bad days. I grew up entranced by Disney love stories.
Oh my god.
The rom-com movies I'd
What have I said about these damn movies?
watch with my grandma at her house. Now, love obviously
Is this reality?
isn't all sunshine and rainbows. We all know this, like it's portrayed in the movies. There isn't this perfect person that's going to come along, and when you meet, everything is going to just fall into place. Birds singing, butterflies in your tummy, just effortless love. This image of love has been so drilled into our heads through movies, through songs, stories, which I feel like plays a huge role into why relationships struggle so much today. As soon as the honeymoon phase wears off, people run for the hills, and flaws are often seen as deal breakers, and people just assume that love should be effortless. If the grass is no longer in tip-top shape, the perfect shade of green, must not be the person for me. Newsflash, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it. Okay? Remember that. When things get difficult,
It's greener overseas.
you stick it out. You work together through the difficulty. Before we dive fully into this video, you guys already know I gotta pay my bills, so let's talk about something equally as terrifying as dating in this generation. Our personal data floating around the internet like a bad egg, and let them do their magic. Think of it like ghosting. It's huge. Before I start, please, my entire digital footprint, shall we? Now, love songs, books, movies, this is nothing new. They've been around for years, decades. So why is finding love so difficult in this generation? Say it with me now. Social media. Yep, you already knew I was gonna say that. People are showing this curated version of their relationship online. The luxurious vacations, the aesthetic dates, being showered with gifts. For example, like we've recently talked about in my videos, the boo baskets, the burr baskets, the bae baskets. So many gifts. And like these are not birthday gifts, anniversary gifts. These are just like random times throughout the month. And because we aren't seeing the struggles in these relationships online, it's very easy to fall into the trap of comparison. Comparing your relationship to the perfect ones you're seeing on Instagram, TikTok, the YouTube vlog channels. Social media is really great at showing us how great we may not have it. And you may have this great relationship, but you're seeing all these
You heard it before, probably, but comparison is really the thief of joy. Just enjoy what you have and build with what you have.
flashy things online, like girls getting luxurious cars from their man, going on big shopping sprees with their man's credit card, giant flower arrangements, excessively decorated spaces, things that are just expensive to do. And many start to think, why is my relationship not like this? Why is my relationship not this perfect? And suddenly you start questioning your partner if they're the right fit for you. But let me hold your hand while I say this. No relationship is going to live up to a highlight reel. That's really all social media is. It's just the highlights of people's lives that they're choosing to share with you. Your parents, your grandparents, they grew up at a time where there was more friends, more community, more places where they go and engage with other people outside of their phones because phones weren't around. They went and socialized with humans. And I don't know if you've seen those interviews of people going around and asking couples how they met. I love watching them so much, especially the older couples. It's actually interesting to see because a lot of them actually met when they were like super young. You guys didn't even have to go around dating. You just knew right away.
Excuse me, sorry. Are you two a couple?
Yes.
Would you mind telling us the story of how you first met?
We met in law school.
What happened in law school?
I asked her out. She wouldn't give me any time, the time of day. It took me 3 years to get her to kind of come around and find that we got married 30 years ago.
Why'd you come around to him after 3 years?
He was cute. He still is cute. Tall, blue eyes.
37 years in, what's your favorite thing about him?
He is probably one of the most kindest and really enjoys helping other people.
What's your favorite thing about her?
She keeps me going. It's the reason I'm around.
What's the secret to 37 years together?
Compromise.
Yes, compromise.
You know when you look at some older couples and you can tell that they were definitely studs back in the day. Like he was definitely a stud, she was a heartbreaker. You already know.
Okay.
Love of my life. I had this long expired spray that I thought maybe I should find out about. Prescription. So I went into the pharmacy. I was asking the young woman all these questions. She finally threw her hands up and said, "I can't answer these. I'm bringing the pharmacist out."
Is he able to answer your question?
Well, yes, but he went beyond it.
How so?
Well, he asked me out, and I thought, those days of going out with men that I had no idea who they were gone. So, anyhow, the rest is history. But here we are.
How long ago was that?
37 years ago.
What's your favorite thing about her?
Oh, what a nice thing to ask. My favorite thing, I would say,
Pharmacists do this now and try to pick up a customer. They lose their job.
is how loving Joseph is. Also, he's a great cook and he's a great baker.
What's your favorite thing about her?
She's beautiful, sexy, kind, intelligent.
So cute! I love it.
Would you mind telling us the quick story of how you first...
There's hope. There's hope for you men out there that are rooting for a special somebody.
Would you mind telling us the story of how you first met?
Do you want to hear my side first?
Yeah.
Okay, I was 9 years old. He was 11. And we lived in the same neighborhood. Got married, I was 21. He was 23. We've been married for 15 years.
9 and 11. Like, what? Lucky duckies. That's crazy. Yeah, they're so cute. My favorite part of these videos is they just got their RBF on. As soon as they're asked, can you tell us the story on how you first met? Their faces just light up and it's so cute. I love it. So some of the comments under these videos, there's a lot of people, as I'm sure you could guess, saying this love doesn't exist anymore. What happened to love? Why does this never happen anymore? Nowadays, people have access to so many different people, whether it's in your city or around the world. By just a tap on your screen, you can be in contact with somebody. You find someone attractive, they're just a DM away, a swipe on a dating app. Don't even get me started on the dating apps where it's like people are being treated like products on a shelf. Don't like their face? Next. Convo dies down a little, maybe gets a little boring. Next. You don't feel butterflies? Next. They gave you an ick? Next. We need to talk about the whole ick thing. Stay tuned. We'll get into it. But there wasn't this huge pool of people to choose from back in the day. Back in the good old days. With the amount of people we have access to thanks to our electronic devices, the dedication for one single human just isn't there as much anymore. Men used to be so set on a woman that even after being rejected multiple times, they pursued her. And that shiz is so attractive. I love a man that knows what he wants and
Hell no.
goes after it. And if that thing is me,
If you, oh man, you have some of you might not know this, but like, bro, their respect they lose for you if you actually like fucking chase them like a dog. Don't do that. Simp.
slay. Show me how much you want me. Not in every case, but sometimes
A woman should be doing that.
the act of dedication, being so sought after, making us feel like the only girl in the world, can change a woman's mind. We may not be attracted or interested at first, but we could come around. Now, I'm not saying to waste your time spending years and years on somebody, but don't give up so dang easily. In a world that's so filled with ghosting and a huge lack of honest conversations, please be different. It's attractive, and if the person you're fawning over doesn't appreciate it, I promise somebody else out there will. So don't give up.
Overseas, just work on yourself, man. Screw these Western women. They don't know what the hell they want.
And please don't change because the world needs more people like you. People want the excitement, the dopamine, the little flutters in your tummy when you meet someone new,
Where are the children?
when a new connection starts. But the moment that human requires some patience, some effort, some understanding, some emotional connection, people be checking out, returned, put back on the shelf because another one's right around the corner. Not to mention social media has totally distorted
I think more men actually need friendship and brotherhood instead of a woman.
beauty standards, how we see people
I think that is more important first.
outside of social media. This is a whole topic in itself I could go on about. Men are really out here calling women like Sydney Sweeney and Margot Robbie mid. Be so for real right now. Do y'all need to get your eyes checked?
Tate McRae is regular looking. Y'all did the same thing with Margot Robbie. Y'all fought for the fact that Margot Robbie was mid.
With her attitude, I mean, yeah, this woman, she's like a what, 6 with her appearance, but like her attitude is like a damn 2. Acts like a damn man.
Margot Robbie?
Or am I tripping? Am I wrong?
And now you're saying Tate McRae? My thing is, if you actually think Tate McRae is regular looking, you have not experienced the sight of enough people. You have not seen enough people in your life. Did you not go to high school? Did you not go to middle school? You've seen what people look like, and you want to go to her on the day of the Vanity Fair and say that she's regular looking and relatable because of that? Y'all are saying she looks like a regular girl from like anywhere. I don't think that you know what a regular girl looks like.
Need I remind you, lighting, angles, filters / apps all play a huge role when it comes to photos being posted on social media. The scary thing is even videos can be altered now. People are altering their bodies with apps.
There are some crazy editing apps that let you edit your body in a video, like you cannot tell, and I'll show you. This is my normal body with the side profile. I'm gonna show you guys what this app does. Look, I made my bum bigger and made my tummy flatter, but tell me why there are 3 waist options, like why? I basically gave myself an hourglass shaped body. Look, when I move around you can't tell, which is pretty scary, so don't compare yourself to the internet because you never know who's using these apps.
It's crazy. But there was so much being said about Sydney when these paparazzi photos were posted of her just chilling, living her life, relaxing in a bikini, and sad men were out here calling her a catfish, mid, and just other really awful, icky things.
I'm sure we've all seen these paparazzi photos of Sydney Sweeney at this point, and I just want to say something. Imagine you're willing to bulk for a role. You're growing some muscle, you're growing a bit of fat while growing the muscle, duh. The paparazzi takes photos of you. Photos that you didn't want taken. And naturally, because you're Sydney Sweeney, they get posted everywhere, they spread like wildfire, and a lot of people have things to say. A lot of men specifically. Now imagine men just switching up on you like that. They're going from, oh my god, Sydney Sweeney is the hottest woman I've ever seen, to straight up body shaming her. Imagine because of all of that, feeling the urge to post really hot pictures to prove to the world that this was just for a role. Like, George, you're 53. Get off the internet, play with your kids. Like, stop, you know? None of you could get her. None of you would be good enough for her anyways.
So, like, have we forgotten what a normal human being looks like without the makeup, without a spray tan, without our bodies being perfectly angled for a photo? That's a really scary and unfortunate thought, honestly. Both social media and the porn industry are to blame for that. If you're out here watching adult content, and especially like all the time, you can get so used to the fake image of what a
Stop going it.
woman looks like, and it goes the other way around as well. Again, this topic could be a whole video on its own because I could go on about it, but I just wanted to touch on it a little bit because the dating apps like Hinge, Tinder, etc., a lot of the time we are just judging strictly based off of appearance and swiping them away. I guess that's literally Tinder. You're looking at somebody and that's all you get. I think I've never downloaded Tinder, but at least like on Hinge you can go through their profile and it says a little bit more about them. But again, with a lot of these dating apps, it just feels like you're browsing through a catalog instead of actually forming real connections. This is so sad. She doesn't even look overweight. Are you kidding? Took me on a date and spent 6 hours with me just to text me after saying that I maybe need to disclose my weight next time. Could you not just say that you didn't feel a connection? She dodged an a-hole. So I'm actually happy for her. Swiping through endless profiles, filtering based on superficial traits, and constantly searching for a better option just creates a disposable view of people. What about their personality, their hobbies? What are they passionate about? How do they treat their mother or father? Judging on looks, and then eventually when things are not sunshine and rainbows with them, well, there's a bunch of other good looking people out there. Plus, a lot of people use these apps like Tinder for hookups, not to find a true connection. I'm sure you know this. Which is why I kind of despise them. Casual flings and situationships have replaced meaningful relationships for a lot of people. While there's nothing wrong with casual dating if that is what you're seeking, the pressure to avoid attachment or catching feelings leaves a lot of people emotionally disconnected and unfulfilled. Now, something that does stay true both in and out of the big screen, the rom-coms, the Disney films, is a genuine connection. Nowadays, just feels more transactional. Now, can we talk about X? Please. I've seen all over social media, women mainly, woman, y'all are really bad for this, just being so awful. Countless videos with just like lists of icks that they have. Like, sure, people can have turnoffs for sure, but I'm talking the most ridiculous things, okay? Guy is just living his life. Stepping on pebbles sometimes feels like stepping on literal Lego pieces. So, like, give the guy a break.
What's your biggest ick in a guy?
Like when they... No, okay.
Say it, say
no,
it.
No, no,
Run it.
that was so mean. I was gonna say if they're like really nice, it's such an ick.
Are you kidding me? Number 106 in their notes app. But also, because if they're too nice, men make me really angry a lot of the times. I have lost a lot of faith in men, but when I see things like this, I genuinely feel bad. For all the men watching, I genuinely feel bad for you, okay? When I see things like this is ridiculous. Continue to be a nice guy. Nice guys do not always finish last, okay? Please don't change. Don't make people like this make you change, because I swear.
Please don't listen to women like these, man. You have to be more.
Where someone is going to
Don't be a simp.
appreciate you, I promise.
I get the ick so fucking quickly. Like, if you are not obsessed, if you're not obsessed with me, I don't want it. I'm immediately...
Isn't this is kind of like the video about the mouse utopia, right? It was women becoming like men.
Immediately not interested. Like, what?
Me. I ain't even gonna lie, this is me. A healthy obsession? Yes. Love that. Bring it on. I want to feel like the only girl in your universe, okay? Me and your mama, we the only ones.
Hell no. The thing is, they say this shit, but the thing is, if you do it, I promise you the woman's gonna leave you, or like, just start disrespecting you like fucking crazy. You can't do this, man. Here's the thing, a guy chasing you might seem all romantic in your head, but from a guy's perspective, I don't want to be seen as a creep or get harassment charges. A no-no is a no-no for me. I would rather die alone than chase. This one is a little bit too much. But yeah, now, I mean, you can't say one thing and then expect another thing. It's like the men got the message. Don't approach, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. You're a creep. Now it's like you can only approach if you're like really fucking attractive, which I think is a shame. There's a difference between knowing what you want and leaving the minute the honeymoon stage is over. I feel like people are too quick to leave when the smallest problem arises, or are also not willing to talk things out. Please don't encourage people to continue pursuing someone after they have said no. I understand you're well-meaning, but romanticizing what is actually a scary situation most of the time doesn't make it happen less. It encourages the wrong type of behavior from people who now feel emboldened to harass and stalk someone, or won't take no for an answer because she might change their mind. Yeah, man, if you get a no, just fucking leave. Please be careful telling men to keep pursuing us after we say no. We can put us in a very vulnerable and dangerous place. It's the lack of third places is why modern dating has been resort resorted to social media, as we can't befriend someone at a gym, library, or mall because of their limitations compared to the other third spaces. I admit I don't like the boy chases after girl after she says no thing. For real. It feels just not good at all. Also, what I love about people and falling in love with them is discovering them. My relationship right now is a long distance, met in a mutual Discord spaces, and I still spend hours with both of them. And I still spend hours with both of them each week, making sure that we have the time to talk about life and discover one another. Does she have two? Oh hell no. This is wrong messaging. No, 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 no. Don't be a simp, man. You will get no respect. Woman will leave you or crush you. Anyway, boys, I see you boys on the next one.